Hey, this is Brad Eccles. I hope you're having a blessed day. I'm going to just give you a quick market update just so everybody kind of understands kind of what's going on in today's market, which you hear a lot of different rumors and thoughts. So we'll go over some data and I'll share some thoughts and insight on it. Before I do, just real quickly, um, hey, if you ever need help challenging your property taxes, you ever need help with a contractor, or you just have real estate questions, please reach out to me. More than happy to help. Also, I would ask if you ever have friends or family looking to buy or sell. I hope you'll point them in my direction. Definitely will take care of them. So jumping into the market update, interest rates. We all know interest rates have a big influence on today's market. National average as of today was right at about 6.67% for 30 years, 5.7 for 15 years. That is a decline over the last 30 days where we were right at 7%, and a year ago slightly over 7%. So we are starting to see it trend down just a tad. And a very interesting data point to know is that for every 1% interest rates drop, 5 million new buyers get into the market. So that has a big impact on home values and, of course, how fast homes sell. Works in reverse, where every 1% home values go or interest rates go up, every 1% interest rates go up. 5 million buyers leave the market and quit shopping. And so as we went through this period of time where rates, kept ticking up, we were having buyers leave the market and give up. Now we're starting to see them come back into the market as rates are slowly and continuing to decline. And most people expect rates to continue to drop. So home values, what are we seeing in home values? Nationally, we're seeing home values flat or slightly down. And I am only going to talk about the FMLS market, which is Metro Atlanta and surrounding counties. In FMLS, we are seeing year-to-date home values up 2.8% at an average of 490,000. So even with the pressure of interest rates, home values have continued to slightly grow in Metro Atlanta. So that's good news if you're a homeowner. Here's some interesting numbers. Closed units, year-to-date closed units are down 1.7%. So we are seeing a little bit of a drop in closed units year-to-date, but that was really primarily, most of that drop was in Q1 of this year. Q2 was strong, and we were up slightly 2.2% for Q2, and we see an upward trend continuing on closed units. So my guess is by the end of the year, we'll be up on closed units. So once again, a good sign for sellers in today's market. Here's an interesting thing. Active listings on the market are up 29%. We have been through this long period of time in the state of Georgia with not enough inventory on the market to meet the buyer demand. That has been slowly changing with an increase in inventory on the market. So kind of a good news. Does create some challenges if you're a seller, but a good news as a whole. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. And here's where you see that impacting. So with more homes on the market and the amount of buyers in the market slowly increasing, but with more homes on the market, we're seeing the average day on the market increase. The average day on the market right now is 65 days. A year ago is 51 days, so it's up 27%. 65 days seems like a long period of time for a house to be on the market, but that's only because we went through about a 6, 7, 8 year period where homes are going under contract in a week or two, sometimes days. That's not historically normal for real estate, and we just got accustomed to that. So 65 days seems like a lot, but historically speaking, it usually would take 3, 4, 5 months for a house to go under contract. So we are more back into a historical norm, but it's not necessarily a bad thing for sellers. It's just different. It's something you have to get used to, and it's just something to have realistic expectations. We're seeing sellers get nervous or worrying that things are not going right, or house isn't under contract in 30 days. It's a different norm. So just kind of a quick summary. We're seeing lower interest rates. Most of the predictors, the prediction models out there are expecting rates to drop to around 6.3 or 6.5 sometime in Q3, with expectations for them to continue to drop into next year. Home values in Metro Atlanta and North Georgia have continued to increase. And inventory and days on the market are increasing. So this is where it's a little bit different. We were in a seller's market for numerous years, and technically speaking, we're still kind of in a seller's market, but it's definitely a much more buyer-friendly market where there's more options out there. So, there's more inventory. In short, we're seeing, basically sellers are having to be more realistic about how long it takes their house to go under contract, and to be more realistic with pricing. They got to price their house fair to market, not reach for some unrealistic number. And we're seeing buyers be a little more patient and take more time because they have more options out there, and buyers now also have more negotiating power. So that's kind of what we're seeing happen in today's market. It's moving a little bit more to a balanced market where buyers and sellers are somewhat on equal footing when they're negotiating. So I hope this helps. You have a blessed day. If you need anything, reach out.